Okay, so okay, let me again give you a quick recap. Quick recap. Okay, I'm going to restart my kernel. I'm going to record this from now, and let me give you a quick recap. Let us say we have this variable a, or a variable a, it is equal to 10. Let us say it is equal to 10. Then we have got this variable b, it is equal to Junaid. Okay, I'm going to execute, and then when I perform a plus b, it is giving me an error that it cannot add basically an str to an integer. Okay, so and then we have another variable, let us say c, and when I type it as rizvi, rizvi rizvi, and then I perform a plus c, it is going to come sorry, a plus, what was my a, my sorry, b plus c, then it is going to combine these two things. Why? Because the type of c, if you check the type of c and if you check the type of b, they are both what, both these things, both these variables store something which is known as int string. So we can combine one string to another, which is known as string concatenation. That is our topic at hand, that is string concatenation, which is nothing but combining these two strings. But suppose you say, no sir, I want to combine this 10 to my to our this string b Junaid, then no problem, you can pass this variable, let us say x, and you write it in the form of string. Now please remember this, and we are going to use this in a code that we are going to write. When you are writing this 10 within this inverted commas, and then if you will check the type of your x is nothing but a variable, x is a variable, it will not return you as int, it is going to return you at str. Why? Because we have written 10 within this, our quotations within this inverted commas. Okay, I am kind of explaining you in this way because we know most of us are from the non-programming backgrounds. So even though it looks 10 to you guys, but to our machine, to this Python, it is not 10, it is not an integer, it is an str. And now if you will kind of do the same operation, so okay, a is what, is a is this type of let me check what is a, we have to check our what is a is equal to 10. Okay, not a, again, because why it has given because it may look that it is 10 plus 10, but no, it is 10 plus an str10. Okay, so maybe to a layman it only looks that it is 10 plus 10, but no, to Python it is basically 10 plus this is string 10, and Python doesn't know what to do with this, so it is giving you this error, that is 110, which is there in the inverted commas, is an str, that is a string, and this other 10 is an integer, like what we have studied in our school, 1 2 3 4, it is that kind of 10. So for Python, this basically doesn't know how to do this, so that is why it is giving you an error. Okay, but now if I have a variable j, and again I am giving value j to Junaid, 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 it is a string, and our this new string, that is x, now I can perform this concatenation, j plus x, it is going to give you j10. Why? Because x is also an str string and j is also an string. Okay, again, so one more simple 2 3 things I'm going to tell you, then we are going to write our own programs today. Suppose I am assigning values to different values to different variables. Sometimes I say is equal to 10, sometimes I say is equal to Junaid. So suppose you want to assign different values to different variables, you can also do that. Let us say a comma b comma c comma d, and then is equal to, let us say 2 comma 3 5.3, ye float ho gaya, this is a float. Let us say again a boolean value, then let us say again Junaid. Okay, and then you execute it. Now what is happening here is this, in this one line of code, I have successfully assigned these different values to these different variables. Now if you will call a, it is going to return you 2. If you call b, it is going to return you 5.3. if you call c, it is going to return you this boolean true. So in this one line of code, we have given different values to different variables. This we also can do. Okay, so far any questions, please you can ask, you can write in the chat box. Let me check the chat. So please let me know. Okay, I think everybody is inside. Admit all. Okay, Shreya is here, Abhishek is here, thanks for reminding. Admit all. Okay. Okay. Admitted. Okay. Okay. So, any questions so far? Good. Now let us learn, or let us all type in me and write your first program, and we are going to use a statement which is known as the print statement. So write print, put these type of brackets, and whatever you are going to write inside this, you have to mention it in. If you want to mention here, let us say I'm going to mention a very famous textbook. Let us write a code, hello world. Please type with me, and then execute. So what is this print statement doing? Basically, this print statement is kind of, it returns as an output anything that I'm going to write here within this bracket. Okay, I'm going to use a very layman language. I'm not using some technical words here because of the background of most of you, that is the non-programming background. So whatever you are going to write here, it is going to return it in the console as an output. So this is your first Python code or program that you all have written, and you have written it. This is basically one or two are from BTech background also. So this is a very textbook kind of program, that is the hello world. But we are going to see what else we can do. So it is print the statement, like, but basically you can type anything. You can perform, let us say just type with me. So what is this? What is the nature of this asterisk? Because it is in our inverted commas, so the nature is that it is an string. Okay, if you put it here, so it is going to print you one star. Now suppose if you multiply it by 10, so it is going to perform this mathematical expression. So it is going to take this one star, that is the asterisk, and it is going to multiply. It is performing the mathematical operation of multiplication also. So it is going to give you 10 stars. Okay, so print is basically, now it is giving you an output of whatever inside you have written. Okay, so this is what this is a very basic kind of thing that will be on your fingertips. So just type with me. All you have to do is type with me, nothing more. Okay, just only type with me. So let me use another very basic kind of program. Let us say, okay, again let me admit to print here. Good. Let us say I put a variable, I am going to make a variable which is known as price, and I am going to any XYZ commodities price, let us say. Now I am going to use the print. Let me show you some implication of print statement, so this class becomes more interesting. So let us say I put price is equal to 30, maybe some commodity whose price is equal to 30 rupees, and now I am going to print not 30, not anything. I am going to print this variable. Okay, so far with me, I'm going to print this variable, that is price, and let us execute this. So it is going to return me this 30. So what print statement is doing, basically, it is going to return you the value of whatever value you have stored in this particular variable, that is price. Okay, we have also made some other variables above. Or let us say, let us find out print a. What is a? 2. Okay, because I have created here this variable a is equal to 2. Yeah, here I have given this 2 value to this. Okay, so and we all know, because we have covered this in our last class. I mean, earlier I have also said that a is equal to Junaid, but now again I have said a is equal to 2. So Python is returning the value of a as 2, not Junaid. And we know this why? Because those of you who have not, I mean, if I'm going to recall this a, it is 2 and 2, not Junaid. Why? In our last class, we know how in our temporary memory, first what happened? This value Junaid is stored in a, but then when I said again a is equal to 2, our temporary memory is kind of updated itself. It will update itself. It will remove Junaid and it will create a reference of 2, reference a to the new value that we have stored, that is 2. Okay, those I'm telling this, those for those students who have joined today only. Let us say I have said we have a variable j and I give it to value Junaid. Okay, so what if I'll recall j, it is going to return me Junaid. But then if I again say that no, the value of Junaid is not J is not Junaid, let us say it is Rizvi. It is Rizvi. But now if I'll call J, so it is going to recall Rizvi, not Junaid. And we all know the reason why. First, मैंने आपको पूरा डायग्राम बना के समझाया था किस तरह हमारी रैम में एक वेरिएबल है, उसने अपने आप को वैल्यू से असाइन कर दिया है जुनैद. And but then when I have given J is equal to Rizvi, then our memory is updated and Junaid is now replaced by Rizvi. मैंने आपको ये बात बताई कि hopefully you remember this. Okay, चलिए. So अब थोड़ा सा एक चीज के बारे में हम और सीखते हैं. बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है, आपको मजा आएगा देखिए. और इस हमने जैसे प्रिंट के बारे में पढ़ा, इस तरह हम पढ़ते हैं इनपुट फंक्शन के बारे में. ओके, वी हैव समथिंग व्हिच इज नोन एज इनपुट. तो यहाँ पे तो हमने क्या किया है, प्राइस हमने लिखी और प्रिंट प्राइस कर दिया. लेट अस से, और मेरे साथ प्लीज टाइप करिएगा, प्लीज मेरे साथ टाइप करिए. लेट अस से मैं आपसे चाहता हूं फ्रॉम द यूजर्स आई वांट यू टू एंटर सम प्राइस. So what I'm going to do, let us say I create a variable price and then I'm going to use an input function, and then I'm going to write anything. Let us say enter price, ठीक है. Enter the price of the commodity और कुछ और वेरिएबल ले लेते हैं. चलिए enter the price again, and then I'm going to write print my variable price. I'm going to execute it. Now let us see. Let's all see. It is going to give you this kind of bar. And what is it? It is basically asking us, the users, to give us an input of price. अब यहाँ पे आप कुछ भी लिखिए 100, 210, and it is going to return you this. It is going to return you this. Okay. इसको थोड़ा सा हम और अच्छे से भी कर सकते हैं. लेटर से आप कह सकते हैं, यहाँ पे मैं एक मैसेज देना चाहता हूँ that price of your product लिख रहे हैं, product is comma और अपने वेरिएबल का नाम प्राइस. ओके, एंड जस्ट फिर से एंटर करिए, 10 करिए. अब इसने जो मैसेज आपने यहाँ पे देखे एज ए स्ट्रिंग, वॉट एवर मैसेज आई हैव रिटन हियर, इट हैज kind of given us that same message in the output, that price of the product is 10. Okay, to make it more realistic, you can also write it as rupees. So it is rupees 10. Okay, so this is how basically the print and the these are very basic and very important things. So this is how the print and this input statement basically works. Okay, now let's write some more of the product, some more code. So I'm going to write some more codes for you guys, and please type with me. I hope you guys are with me. Any questions so far, you can write in the chat box. Okay, very good. And I hope you are okay, very good. Chalo, ठीक है, चलिए. The Kriti is here. Let me give her end. Okay, चलिए. अब चलिए एक, let me write another program. Let us say I create a variable name, and please type with me, and I'm going to use an input. Let us say, what is your name? What is your name? ठीक है. And then I want my program to say print hi, and whatever is the value of the variable, okay, then execute. Now it is going to give us, it is asking us for the input. Now our program is asking from us that what is the input. So let us say I write input as Junaid, execute. So it is going to give me hi Junaid. Okay, so this is how it basically works. One very important thing is that input always returns an string. If you check the type here, यहाँ पे कुछ भी लिख दीजिए. If you check the type here, what is the type of this variable name, it is going to give you an str. Even in our above code, in this above code, if you are going to I mean we have entered 20 from our keyboard, but let us say I check the type of this variable price, even this is in it, is str. It is an string. Okay, so this is important to remember. What is important? That input may let me write it here. That input returns string. Input returns string. Okay, so we are going to use it here. Okay, let us write another function. Let us say, okay, let you guys write a function. Let take it as a small exercise. Take input as a name, print hi, whatever name is this, like this, and then ask for your uh, favorite car or color or anything, and then print that whatever name we have given, he or she likes that particular, let us say for the favorite color, that he or she likes that particular color. Okay, so this is an exercise for you guys. Do it. So what you will do, name is equal to, you will take it as an input, let us say you will write here enter name, whatever you want to write. Okay, then what you will do, you will write it here like print hi, and whatever variable that we have, that is name. And then you are going to write, you are going to ask another favor, another question, that what is your favorite color. So what you are going to do, you are going to give it another variable, let us say favorite color. This is my second variable name. And then again I'm going to ask user to input his or her, let me give Rohit is here. Okay, to give his or her favorite color. So let's say I'm going to ask it in the form of a question, what is your favorite color. Okay, okay, and then let us say again I want to print something like that, what, that whatever variable name is here, that whatever name the user has uh, provided, that particular name likes, and then my second variable that we have created, that is the favorite color. Now let me execute it. First of all, it asks for a name. You can give any name, my name, your name, any name. Let us say I'm going to give me my name, Junaid. Then it is going to ask another question. It says hi Junaid. Then it is going to ask me another question, what is your favorite color. Let us I write it blue and enter. Then it says Junaid likes. Okay, so this is a very simple kind of code, and I hope you find this thing interesting, especially the non-programmers. So please type this code with me. Please type this code with me. Okay, for those who think I'm kind of a bit fast, let me give you this code and copy paste it and try to run it yourself. So you are going to slowly you are going to learn these things. Okay, so it's interesting or not, write in the chat box. Okay, be interactive. I hope you are getting. Good, very good, good. Okay, let's do write some more codes. Mm, let us say we write a program that calculates uh, your age. Okay, it's a program that calculates your age. Okay, so okay, and I'm going to, okay, so let us write a program that is going to calculate our age. Okay, so again first of all we will ask from the users that what is the birth year, and this is my first variable, that is the birth year. Okay, and I'm going to ask from user the input, okay. So let us say input, I write this message, enter your birth year. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some basic calculation, that is, let us say age is equal to, the year is 2022 current year, minus this variable, that is birth year. Okay, and then I'm going to print, let us say you are this variable age, years old. Okay, now run it, and it is going to first give me an error. Why? Because remember, input returns what? Let me give me here some value. Input returns what? Input returns str, that is the string. Let us say everybody write your own, write this program and write your birth year. Write your birth year. Let us say 1987. Okay, and now it has given me an error. Unsupported operand for int and str. Look, now we know that Python program runs line by line. So first it will come to this line, and it has basically asked for an input, and I have, let us say, given the birth year here, 1989, and then it will go to the second line, and in the second line it is going to perform some mathematical calculation, which basically looks to us like this, that is going to subtract from 2022 minus 1989, and it is going to give me some result here. And whatever result that we get, it is going to print it using this print statement. But remember, input returns what? An str. So it basically it looks to us like this: age is equal to 2022 minus 1989. But in reality, to Python, it is like this. It is like this. And Python basically doesn't know what to do this. I mean, it's like say asking Python that look, do 2022 and then minus Junaid from it. So Python doesn't know what to do with this. So for Python, this word Junaid is also in a string, and this word 1989 is also in a str, that is the string. So for that, we are going to use another function that is known as the int function. And this int function, what it will do, it will going to convert this string 1989 into an integer. And now let me again run this program. Okay, now again let us say 1989 and enter. You are 33 years old. Now the program works. Okay, so whatever we have studied so far, let me stop it here, and let's absorb whatever we have studied so far, and then I'll take your question. I'll have another session after this. I'll have another session today only after a 10-minute break, and then I'm going to I'm going to take your question. Or let us again let me give you another program. Let us say this is another program. We are going to use something which is known as a converter. I mean, I have this converter here which can convert weight into kgs into pounds, or any another converter, maybe the converter of millimeter into centimeter. And let us find out what kind of code works behind this thing. Okay, let us say I have this variable that is weight in kgs, okay. So I'm going to write a program that is going to take input as weight in kilograms, and that this particular program will convert it into weight in pounds, from kilograms, weight in kilograms, to weight in pound. I'm going to use an int function, and then in int I'm going to use this input function, and then I'm going to use enter weight in kgs. Okay, enter weight in. Okay, just give me a second. And Rohit is here. Let me admit him. Input, enter weight in kgs. Okay, and then it is going to perform some mathematical operation. Let us say weight in pound, weight in lbs. It is going to perform some mathematical operation, weight in kgs divided by 0.45. If you're going to divide kgs in by 0.45, it is going to return us the weight in pound, and then I am simply going to print weight in pounds. Okay, or maybe give a message that you are this much pounds, you weigh this much pound. So let's execute it. Let us say what is your weight, 75, it says, so this much pound. So it has converted your 75 kgs to this much pound. So now whenever you are going to use any converter, let us say from pound to kg, or from kilometer to centimeters, any converter, when you are going to use in Google. So now you have somewhat a little bit idea what is happening behind that particular screen of yours. So this is known as the front end. I'm going to teach you something which is known as the GUI, graphical user interface. After learning GUI, you will be able to integrate this code, whatever you have written, with something which is, you see these tabs, length and these kilometers and centimeters. Okay, so you will be able to create your own tabs, and you will be able to perform, you will be basically able to make such kind of simple calculators by yourself. Okay, by integrating such kind of converters, coding, and something which is known as GUIs. Okay, so that's for today from my side. If you have any question, you can please ask. Okay, and we will have a doubt clearing session after this, and I will allow you to unmute yourself one by one. You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand, and I'll allow you to question regarding anything one by one. Okay, then. So then let's meet maybe tomorrow if you all are free. Yeah, just okay. I have a question.